Alright, welcome to episode 2 in Prattski Learns to Paint. Today I am going out to get supplies. I have basically nothing. All I have is a sprue cutter and an X-Acto knife for just taking things off the sprues. But as far as painting and painting prep, I've got nothing. So what I've done is I've watched a number of Rob Oren's 101 painting videos, and he's gone through a lot of the different things that you need to get started. He's covered some details about paint and priming and green stuff. So I think that I've got a decent list of what to get started with. We're going to go out to Hobby Lobby first, and then we're going to go to the Dragon's Lair, which is a good-sized local friendly game store in Austin here. They've got the best selection of anything that I've seen that's really geared towards board gaming and models and miniatures. So I think with those two stores, we should be able to find everything that we're looking for. But the list that I've got right here is I need primer. So I'm going to get a spray paint can of black and a can of white. A lot of people I've seen use these green gridded mats. I think they're more meant for cutting on, but that seems like the popular thing that people use for painting on, so I'm going to see if I can get one of those. Obviously I need brushes, so I'm going to get a variety of brushes, probably middle of the line pack, without spending 3, 4, 5, 7, 15 bucks on individual brushes. So we need brushes. I need a brush cleaning thing. Rob had pointed one out that Hobby Lobby seems to sell, where it's got a basin, maybe 1 or 2 different water things in there with something to kind of rub the brush on to get the paint out, and then some holes to hold your brushes in. So hopefully they'll have something like that. I'm going to get some sort of palette or something like that for mixing paints on, and then the ability to wash it easily. I need a variety of paints, of course, and Rob did point out a number of different brands. I didn't write it down. I may need to write it down before I go, but of different qualities of paints. I think I'm probably going to go somewhere middle of the road for some, and then probably get a couple of the Citadel paints or something as a couple of higher ones, just to kind of experiment and see the differences. But I need a variety of colors of paints. I might get a wash or two to be able to have that and start experimenting with that. Also, I need a little sander or something, because all I've got for cleaning up my models currently is a little X-Acto knife, and it's been working pretty well. I can cut off the extra sprue stuff. I can use it to scrape some of the lines and scrape off some of the parts where it was connected. But having the little sanders might really help, especially in some of the places that have more texture and more curves. So get that. I need some green stuff, and I've seen the little band of yellow and blue putty stuff. I'll probably get some of that. I've also seen the, I don't know, squirt tube or something like that, the tube of the liquid already mixed, though I've heard mixed reviews on that, so we'll see what they've got. For moving the green stuff around, it was also recommended that you check out some silicone tipped brushes, so like a paintbrush but without bristles, with silicone tips on there, which I believe the green stuff doesn't stick to very easily at all, and it's easy to move that around and mold it around. So I might get some of those. There's also like a metal, kind of a dental tool with a flat surface that I've seen people use to spread out the green stuff on the models as well. I might pick one of those up. And then like a magnifying glass, or like the magnifying headwear or something, just to see the nice fine detail. I might check that out too. I don't know. We'll see what they have. But again, we're going to Hobby Lobby, we're going to the Dragon's Lair, and we'll see what they've got, and we'll see how much that we can pick up. So let's go. All right, we're at Hobby Lobby. Let's see what they got. So we're in the brushes right now, and fortunately, it just so happens that there's a 50% off sale on all of these Masters Touch and Fine Touch brushes. So what we've gotten to start is this set here, which, if I remember correctly, Rob had shown this pack almost exactly, I think. So we're picking up that. We're getting some finer bristled ones as well, because I've got a lot of really small models that I might be working on. And then a couple of just other detail ones. He did mention a fanned out brush like this, so we're going to try that. And then I wanted to get one of the finest tips that I could get. So this is super, super tiny. So I think we got what we need for brushes, and well, hopefully we do. Okay, we're back from Hobby Lobby, and we're back from the game store, and I think I got most of what I needed. The only thing that I'm just wondering if I'm going to have what I need really, I think, is the colors of paint, because there can be a lot of variety. So hopefully I made some good decisions there. We'll see, but I'll do a walkthrough of what I was able to get. So first thing is I got this cutting mat, which I'm going to use for a painting surface on whatever surface I choose to use it on. So that should be cool. I did get some, they're cheap. It's like 10 of these pallets for mixing paints and stuff like that. So it doesn't seem like you need anything real fancy for that. I got this brush washer, which I know Rob uses from Hobby Lobby. So, again, I don't think it needs to be anything complicated, but it's cool. Let's see, what else? So I also picked up one of these too. This wasn't on my list to get, but I saw a lot of people using it for different things, especially like boring out like a gun. I'm blanking on the name of it. The hole, the gun hole. But anyway, it's one of these little hand drills. So that should be cool. It comes with a number of different size bits, but kind of excited to see if we can find some cool uses for that. I also I found these things that I think could definitely help when I'm trying to clean up the sprue stuff, and it's 10 different metal files. So different shapes and sizes and coarseness. So we'll see how that enhances the taking the models off and cleaning those up. Let's see, what else? Okay, so now getting into the more paint stuff. I got a black primer and a white primer. So we'll see. Also got some green stuff. So yeah, I've never used this, so I'm really curious to see how that goes. And then for using the green stuff, I got these. It's like silicone tipped paintbrushes with different types of heads on there. So should help me mold around the green stuff and make it look nice and smooth. And then brushes. And we'll save the paint for last. So I got an assortment of brushes here. So these aren't any sort of crazy awesome quality or anything, but I think they're kind of middle of the road. They're not the cheap stuff. So yeah, got a good assortment there. And then I also I've got quite a lot of small little models, so I wanted to get something kind of fine-tuned, so I got these as well. So a kind of a combination pack of different rounded brushes there. And then I got a couple of kind of individually a little bit more expensive ones. This one here is super small. It says size 10/0. So for, I don't know, for doing eyeballs or just super fine work. And lastly, I picked up a fanned brush as well. Not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. So we'll see. All right, so then paint. This was a hard one to figure out what to do, and I got some help and some suggestions from one of the guys at the game store. But because, the paints aren't cheap. These Citadel paints for these little tubs it's like $4.25. So it adds up quick. And I found this Warhammer paint and tools kit. And it comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 different paints for $40. So it was a better deal. It comes with a number of different shades and colors. So I think kind of a decent decent starter kit. So we'll see. I mean, a lot of the colors that were in here, he said, oh yeah, you're going to want that. Oh yeah, you're going to want that. That's a good one. That's a great one. So I figured, yeah, why not? Save a couple bucks overall. And then I got a bunch of individual colors to kind of fill the gaps of where what this didn't have. So I got Cadian flesh tones for skin. I got a couple different bone colors. I got Xandri dust for a darker color there, and then I got Ushabti bone as well, so slightly lighter color. I got just a good standard gray. I got Dawnstone. I got a couple of different greens. The darker green is Caliban green. Caliban, I don't know how to pronounce that. And then I've got some models for Myth that they have poison on them, some like poison sacs on their bodies and faces, so I needed kind of like a brighter green, so I got this, which is Moot green. And then I got Altdorf Guard blue, which he said was just a fantastic middle of the line, not too dark, not too light blue color. I got, this is a different brand, MSP Bones. It's a sunrise orange, kind of a bright orange to work with. And then I got a couple of washes, or I guess as Citadel calls them, shades. I got the Nuln oil, which is more of a black wash, I believe, a darker color. And then he also suggested going with Agrax Earth Shade. It's more of a brownish wash. He said it works great on skin and bones and clothing, like if you want to go for a little bit more dirty look, like actual dirt. So we'll see. Those are the two washes that I got. So now I have no excuse to not paint. I've got, I think, a good set of starting equipment here, and now it's really daunting. I mean, I was even standing there remembering the videos that I watched of Rob Oren's 101 Painting 101 series, and watching him do some things, putting on some base coats and layering some stuff and doing the wash. And you know, as I'm standing at the store, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'll use that for that. But now that I'm home and thinking about actually getting started, it feels a bit overwhelming. But you never know anything until you really get in there and try it. So I gotta pick some stuff and try it. That's the next step. So I'll probably watch a couple more videos here just to get refreshed, re-encouraged about feeling good about not making my models look horrible. And oh yeah, and then I gotta prime them too. I might as well get priming, get some ready to go. So anyway, successful day. Got a bunch of stuff. Now we just gotta give it a try. So that'll be our next step.